Good morning, guys, and we're so glad to have you here on the farm because today starts your ultimate guide to hatching out your own chicks. Hopefully you've already watched my 5 tips to picking the best chicken for you, and if you decided to go the getting fertilized eggs route and you're going to hatch out your own chicks, here's how you're going to get started. These are all different kinds of large fowl birds. So we also have bantams on the property, but I would never decide to incubate both bantams and our Orpingtons at the same time. That's because bantams are a miniature kind of chicken and they develop faster. So their eggs would hatch 1 to 2 days before our large fowl birds. So when you're gathering your eggs, here's a few tips. Number one, whether you're the one gathering them or whether or not you're getting them from somebody else, they need to be in that incubator 4 to 5 days after they are laid. So these I've been collecting for 4 days because I feel like that's the safest way to do it, so that they'll all hatch mostly at the same time, and they will all be ready to come out of that incubator hopefully on the same day. So we have lots of different kinds of eggs that we're putting into the incubator today, and I'm very excited. So speaking of incubators, there are many, many different kinds of incubators. This one is a styrofoam incubator, and most of the time the egg turners, this thing, which is very necessary, you can't do this without an egg turner, these often come separately from your incubator, but you do have to have one, so don't skip buying one if you buy an incubator that does not come with its own egg turner. This is a styrofoam incubator. This one specifically holds 4 dozen eggs, up to 4 dozen eggs. I don't have that many eggs to incubate today, mostly because it is the middle of the summer in Texas and production has gone down a bit. We don't blame the ladies for that. It's hot. So in order to get this set up, you need to get this set up before you put your chicks in. So one of the things you're going to need to do first is you're going to need to get some distilled water, and you're going to get something that can put water into your incubator because that's going to help you keep the humidity at the correct place. So this specific one has holes in the front and the back. Okay, so I'm going to put some water into the bottom of this incubator with this turkey baster. And usually to get it started here in Texas during this time of the year, because that does affect how much water you need in your incubator, how humid it is currently in your area. So I usually can get away with just putting water in the front. This is the #1 filling hole. So you're going to fill that with water if you have this type of incubator and you have a rather humid area at the time. And then you're going to put the stopper in. Okay. Alright, I wanted to talk to y'all a moment about how you store your eggs until you put them in your incubator. Number one, you're going to put the pointy side down on all of your eggs. And then twice a day, I do mine when I get up and then when I go to bed. So when you're leaving them on your counter, in the morning I tilt them this way and I set it there. And then in the evening I tilt them the other way. Okay? This simulates the egg turning until you're ready to put them in your incubator. Alright, so I am just about to put our eggs into our incubator. I have set the incubator to be at 100 degrees. I've set it to 21 days, which is the amount of time that any kind of large fowl bird is going to need to incubate before it hatches. The humidity you have to maintain yourself, and it needs to be between 50 and 60% for this portion of incubation. Alright, so let's put those eggs in that incubator. guys, now all you're going to do is you're going to make sure that that humidity stays between 50 and 60%. You're going to do that by adding water in. Go on the conservative side, because if you put too much water in and you're trying to lower that humidity, you can't take water out. So just put a little in, watch it, put a little more in, watch it, and that's the best way to keep control of that. So now we're almost to the fun part for me, but we've got to wait 6 to 7 days, and we're going to candle these to see if they're fertilized eggs, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. But we're going to have to wait and let these babies sit in there for 6 to 7 days, and then I'll catch back up with you then.